Welcome back to Free Will Tarot. My name is Rick. We are definitely going to be doing the Aquarius and Pisces collective readings tonight. Hope y'all are doing a-okay. Comment some FYP real quick. FYP. Boom. What is up, y'all? Aquarius and Pisces tonight. What up, what up? Do I have any Aquariuses? Do I have any Pisces out there? Do keep in mind, if you are viewing this video from YouTube, you can always fast forward to the Aquarius reading or the Pisces reading. I am going to allow some time for the Aquarius collective to join the live stream, so thank you all for being patient with me. How are y'all doing tonight? Aquarius collective. If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I so appreciate you. If you are a returning follower, thank y'all for all the love and support. About 6 more minutes and we'll start the Aquarius collective reading. I said I caught you on time. Oh yes, for sure. Oh yes. If you have Aquarius somewhere in your chart, then yes, you are definitely on time. Thank you for the follow. Do keep in mind, y'all, if you end up missing out on future live streams, I do upload these live stream videos to my YouTube channel. Definitely go and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't want to miss out on future live streams. Do keep in mind, I do things a little different here than normal tarot readers, and you'll see once I get into the readings. Oh yes, we read for 2 signs a night, Monday through Saturday. Mondays are for Aries and Taurus, Tuesdays are for Gemini and Cancer, Wednesdays are for Leo and Virgo, Libra and Scorpio are for Thursdays. Fridays are Sagittarius and Capricorn. And then tonight just so happens to be Aquarius and Pisces. Oh yes. Say woohoo! I got the Pisces. Hello. Yes, tonight we are doing Aquarius and Pisces. Thank you all for all the Pisces out there, for being patient with me. We will be starting the Pisces collective reading in about 26 minutes. 26 minutes from now. Said Aquarius, Sun, and Pisces, Venus. Okay. Literally the only air sign I have in my chart is my North Node, which is in Aquarius. And then all the other houses, I guess is the word I want to use, is either earth or water or fire. North Node too? Okay. I definitely get along with Aquariuses. They are my polar opposite, my polarity, if that's what you want to call them. I definitely get along with Aquariuses. I think if you were to ask my mom, she'd tell you that she's more Pisces, but she's on the cusp of Aquarius and Pisces, and I feel like she's more Aquarius than she is Pisces, but That's just me. Pisces Sun, Pisces Mercury, Aquarius Saturn. Wow. And what a weird couple of signs. No offense to y'all, but the pairing between Pisces and Aquarius on a Saturday. May I comment on such a weird coupling on a Saturday? I mean, it's not on purpose, obviously. From Aries to Pisces, it's, you know, I have no control over that, but Aquarius being more future-oriented, more of the mind, technology, they're inventors. They have a tendency to be collectors of items. They tend to like animals more than humans sometimes. They can come off as aloof or detached, is what I've read. I've more so experienced that they can be emotional, but it's rare. And I love this about Aquariuses is that they're so unpredictable. So my parents are Pisces and Aquarius, and they've been married over 25 years. Wow. Alrighty, y'all. I think I've jibber-jabbered long enough. Aquarius Collective. What do we have for the Aquarius Collective? What does the Aquarius Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead as I do weekly readings here at Free Will Tarot? It said, I'm emotional and very unpredictable. That can be a good thing. That definitely can be a good thing. What does the Aquarius Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? About 38 after, we will get 3 more shuffles, and then we will get into the bridge shuffle. Hopefully y'all know what to do if you are a returning follower. Probably because of that Leo moon. Okay. 38 after, that's what we're waiting on. There it is. Alrighty, y'all, we need 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. If you are new here, hello, Sister Applegate. I'm about to do the bridge shuffle. When I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal for y'all to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety. Oh yes, so I can cut the deck. Send those scissors through the comments and I will cut this deck. I actually have to accept or approve, that's the word, approve, that comment so everyone gets a clear example of what to do here. Alrighty, y'all, here it is. And there it was, the bridge shuffle. Go ahead and send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety so I can cut this deck, and we will get right into the Aquarius Collective reading. That's literally all it is. Fun participation. No gifts are necessary, I don't think. They're welcome, but I'm not out here advertising, you know, that TikTok is my only monetary or financial income. So, oh yes. It could be knives, daggers, tridents, axes, toothpicks, clothespins, thumbtacks, sharp cheese, a sharp-dressed man. Every girl is crazy about a sharp-dressed man. No matter the case, I think we're going to get right on into this reading. Thank you all for participating in such a way. I will definitely cut the deck with said sharp or pointy emojis. And we're going to get right into it. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. Here is your situation, the challenge, your person of interest, the similarities or common ground between you both, and the possible outcome and or advice. Do keep in mind, Aquarius Collective, there's no possible way that a singular person out there is going to resonate 100% with the metaphors I use, the examples of the interpretations of the cards that I use. With that being said, it is a collective reading. Try your best not to force the reading to be yours. Take what resonates, leave out the rest. All right. Starting with the Hanged Man. In the situation, the Aquarius could be attempting to take a step back, try to get a read on this person somewhere in their environment. Oh yes, Aquarius Collective, you definitely could be trying to get a different perspective of where they're coming from, why they're saying this, why they're behaving in this way. Trying to walk a mile in their shoes. Why is this person saying this? Why is this person saying that? Why is this person doing this? Why is this person doing that? Is there some sort of trauma that is being reactivated in them and they're triggered and that's why they're doing this or that or saying this or that? Trying to walk a mile in this person's shoes. The metaphor here for the Hanged Man is if this character would hang themselves upside down, they would obviously see the world from a different perspective. Obviously, they are kind of wrong when it comes to all the blood, going straight to their head. I'm sure they would definitely get a different perspective that, hey, hanging upside down is more so of a headache than it is enlightening. But the metaphor stands as legit. If we're to see something from a different perspective, then obviously we can move forward being enlightened with having more knowledge of the situation of the person and knowing is half the battle, is it not? Hard-headed? Oh goodness. I mean, Aquariuses, yes, are fixed signs. Maybe you're not talking about the Aquarius. Maybe you're talking about the cross watcher. Very well could be. I might have misconstrued what you were saying. But no matter the case, maybe this person is hard-headed, stubborn. We will get to that person here in a little bit, with the challenge being the Six of Wands. Six of Wands in the challenge. I feel like you find this challenging to create success, to have a pat on the back for a job well done. Maybe you're finding it challenging to practice a hobby on social media in front of your peers, to get some sort of public recognition for either a job well done or for whatever it could be with your hobby, that maybe you're trying to monetize this hobby. Maybe you just find it challenging to feel like this relationship is healthy. Because obviously, if you feel like this relationship with this person, if it is indeed romantic, in the romantic nature, if it is indeed healthy, then obviously you would feel like, yeah, this is a successful relationship. However, there's something that this person is doing or not doing that makes you feel like, I don't know if I want public recognition with this person. This person could embarrass me, maybe, with whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying, whatever they're not doing or saying. I say that because we have the Two of Swords in this person's energy, how they are showing up to your reading in the next week, in the week ahead. With the Two of Swords, this person is definitely blocking their emotions in the situation. There's something of a truth they're not seeing. Maybe they're choosing not to see it on purpose. Maybe they're in denial about a truth. With the blindfold, that's the metaphor, is I don't see this truth. What do you mean? What do you mean this person likes me? I don't see this person's emotions. I don't see this person's actions. The metaphor with the swords crossed over the heart says to us that, yeah, this person is definitely blocking their emotions in the situation, and they have their back to the ocean, which is another metaphor as far as, nope, I don't want to even look at the emotions in this situation. I'm either in denial and need to be reminded that the Nile River, or denial, yes, is not just a river in Egypt. I almost screwed that metaphor up, that saying. But y'all, cliche sayings or not, they stand to be true. They stand the test of time. So there's that. But yeah, this person's back is to the waters of the emotions in the situation. They don't even want to acknowledge what you and this person might have together. It's understandable why you would try to be looking at this person, trying to find a different perspective of why they're maybe not communicating, not feeling out the emotions, somewhat in denial of their emotions, of your emotions. Oh my goodness. What is going on in the next week for the Aquarius collective? It would make sense why the Six of Wands is in the challenge. Feeling like it's challenging to create success or a healthy relationship with this person. A healthy friendship, at the very least. With the Ten of Swords and the similarities or common ground between you both. It's like maybe you're trying to see this person from a different perspective because there's an ending between you and this person. Maybe they betrayed you, and that's why they're ignoring the facts, the truth, ignoring your emotions, ignoring their own emotions. And it's like you're only just trying to understand why this person did what they did, or why they're doing what they're doing, saying what they're saying, not doing, etc. You're only trying to understand why this person is the way they are. There is some good news with the Ten of Swords. Yes, it might be an ending. Yes, the number 10 can speak to a number of completion, no matter if there's a lot of betrayal, backstabbing. The good news here is that, yes, while it could be considered rock bottom, there's only one way left to go, and that's up. With endings come beginnings. So maybe you're trying to understand what this ending is trying to tell you. Everybody comes into our life, every person comes into our life, sometimes for a reason, sometimes for a season. Maybe you're trying to understand what the reason was and what the season of this person being in your life has taught you. Maybe what lessons was brought up or were brought up. And yeah, this person definitely could be in denial about how maybe they betrayed you, about how maybe they betrayed themselves. I'm not sure if this person did betray you or not. I mean, Ten of Swords, that's a lot of swords in your back. It's going to be different for everyone, every singular person out there watching this reading, this live stream. But, I mean, if this person doesn't understand the blessing that they could have had with the Aquarius, then yeah, it makes sense that they would be like in denial about something. Like I said though, it could be that this person just didn't appreciate what you brought to the table, but no matter the case, it could be that this person was only meant to be in your life for a season. We do have the Four of Swords in the possible outcome and or advice. I love this for such a gloomy reading. While yes, you're over here just putting yourself in a state of mind of just trying to understand where this person's coming from, why they did what they did, why they said what they said, why they're not doing anything, why they're not saying anything, why they're possibly being hard-headed. You're just trying to understand them from an intellectual standpoint, much less emotional. Yeah, it definitely could be time to heal for the next week or longer. The Four of Swords, yes, if this is the possible outcome, this is a time for healing. This is a time for rest. This is a time for maybe taking more naps if you have the time for it. Getting rest, well rested. Because, I mean, while yes, this is an ending of sorts, this is closing a door out, or closing a cycle out, closing the door on this chapter of your life. You may need to rest, recuperate, heal, rest up for sure for the new beginning that's about to happen. Which, by the way, that new beginning doesn't have to happen romantically. It could be in any area of your life. But yes, Sister Applegate is right. I do personal paid readings on Sundays. No yes or no questions, please. Thank you. I appreciate that y'all keep wanting to participate in that way, but I do want to remind y'all that is for Sundays. With that being said, we need one card. Oh, wait. If this is the advice here, thank you for the follow, by the way. If this is the advice, yes, definitely catch up on rest. I do feel like this person could have definitely drained you mentally. And you might need to regain some sort of stability, either emotionally, mentally, physically. Definitely, if it's physically, then rest and rejuvenation is a must. Whenever you can spare some extra time for that. We need one card from the Sacred Forest Oracle deck, so we can close out this reading. What does the Aquarius Collective need to know moving forward? Thank you for the follow, by the way. Thank you all for all the follows. I so appreciate that. All right. What does the Aquarius need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? What does the Aquarius Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead, so we can close out this reading? 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Top card is a card we need to see to end out this reading. And what do we have here? Transformation. I don't know what this has to do with this relationship, this reading, this situation you're going through. Maybe trying to be enlightened about this person and why it wasn't a successful situation with them, and why they're choosing to be in denial about something, choosing to turn their back on the emotions in the situation. Maybe not taking accountability at all. You know? Maybe this ending is going to transform you the more you try to understand this whole situation, understand yourself, understand this person. Definitely the more you heal and rest from this situation, the better. I think it will either transform or change the way you see yourself, the way you see this person. There's some sort of change definitely coming through. I want to read from the guidebook that is number 8, which just so happens to be both the month and day of my birthday, August 8th. Butterfly Spirit, Transformation. Alrighty. You receive this card when you are in the process of change. Old structures, beliefs, and ideas are falling away to be replaced with vitality and new pathways. Soon you'll be seeing the world in a fresh way. You're at the beginning, in the middle, or at the completion of an enormous transformation in your life. What did I say about the Ten of Swords being a number of completion? Don't hold on to old structures and limited ways of thinking. Thank you for the late happy birthday wish. Even if it looks as if you're in murky waters and things feel confusing, and even if it seems that everything is dissolving around you, this is only the clearing that occurs just before rebirth. You are safe as these changes occur around you. The butterfly is a powerful metaphor for transformation. For it to gain its wings, the caterpillar must weave a chrysalis and then completely dissolve into a kind of liquid soup before reforming into the shape of a butterfly. Enzymes dissolve all of its tissues before it metamorphoses into something completely different. So relax into the changes. You are bringing vibrant energy into the world. Thank you all for all the belated birthday wishes. I'm going to try not to make this about me. Y'all, I do feel like, yes, this ending with this person was meant to happen. It was only for a season, maybe to teach you about yourself, maybe to teach this person about themselves, even if they don't want to see the truth about themselves, about you, about how this was only meant to be for a season. It could be that you're needing to heal now so that you can transform and come out of that cocoon as a new version of yourself. That being said, I think this is what I have for y'all. I hope at the very least it was entertaining. At the very most, it was informative. Said love the butterfly card. Yeah, butterfly spirit. And I thought it was pretty crazy that I had one of my followers with the name, their profile name being Butterfly Kisses, I think. So that was pretty crazy, I thought. But any hoosers, y'all, do keep in mind, if you just so happen to enter the reading, enter this live stream halfway through, I will be uploading this live stream video to my YouTube channel. Please, please, please go subscribe to it, because sure, if you come to me late in the reading, late in the live stream, be like, what? I missed out on half the reading, please do a recap. I'll more than likely do a recap, depending on how far into the live stream I am. But right now it's like 2 minutes till 7 here in Ohio, so I definitely can't do a recap. With that being said, I will always tell y'all to please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss out on the live streams and you don't miss out on the readings, the info in the readings, all that fun stuff. Alrighty. I hope to see all the Aquarius Collective next Saturday, or maybe tomorrow night for a personal paid reading. By the way, I do not upload the live streams on Sundays. I try to keep y'all's privacy intact. So with that being said, I hope y'all have a good weekend, Aquarius Collective, and enjoy next week. Pisces Collective. Where is my Pisces Collective? Thank you all for being so patient with me. Let's say 7 o'clock in 1 minute. We'll do 3 more shuffles. And there it is. 7 o'clock. 1 minute after. 1 minute. 7:01. Let's call it. What does the Pisces Collective need to know moving forward? What does the Pisces Collective need to know moving forward? I have to give myself a little bit of time to, ask about what the Pisces needs to know. I have a routine. I'm going to stick to it. What does the Pisces Collective need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? What do they need to know moving forward for the next week ahead? We have, what, less than 30 seconds now? If y'all are new here, definitely hit that follow button. I still appreciate you. If you are a returning follower, thank y'all for all the love and support, for real. These live streams would not be as fun without y'all joining in. Alrighty, 7:01, there it is. 3 more shuffles. A 1, a 2, a 3. Alright, if y'all are new here, you should know that I'm about to do the bridge shuffle, and when I do the bridge shuffle, that is the signal to send me scissors or anything sharp and pointy of the emoji variety through the comments so I can cut this deck. Oh yes, send me your scissors, mostly because they have my name on them. And then we will cut this deck with them. Here it is. There it was, TWAS twas. Oh yes. The scissors, so I can cut this deck. They're all mine. Yo, I need to get me a Dr. Doom mask. I need to get me a Dr. Doom mask and do these readings and then wear this hoodie. Wear my hood up. Dr. Doom mask, can y'all see it? Is there a Dr. Doom mask freaking filter on this puppy? On this app? Do y'all know? How sick would that be? I'm so excited for that freaking movie to come out. It said, I see the vision. I do not know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm stoked for that movie to come out December 18th, but no matter the case, that was pretty random. I apologize, but thank y'all for participating in such a fun way. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck with said sharp and pointy emojis. I need to do some research, see if there's a filter with... yeah, the Dr. Doom's mask. No matter the case. Alright, Pisces Collective. Sun, Moon, and or Rising, maybe even Venus. The deck has been cut. Here is your situation. Here is the challenge. Here is your person of interest. Here is the similarities or common ground between you both. And here is the possible outcome and or advice. Alright, Pisces, as per usual, do keep in mind that there's no way, shape, or form that a singular person out there is going to resonate with every single metaphor, every single simile, every single cliche saying, you get the gist, etc., that I use in this reading or in these readings. With that being said, try to not force this reading to be yours. Try not to relate to it 100%. Try not to force it to resonate, if that makes sense. We all have free will. So be discerning if this reading is yours or not. Obviously, these messages are going to be for someone. Maybe someone needs to hear them. But no matter the case, take what resonates, leave out the rest. Said, yes sir. Awesome sauce everywhere. I ain't cleaning it up though. Let's get right on into it. Knight of Pentacles. In the situation, I do love that the Pisces is deciding to take it slow. Slow and steady wins the race, of course. Of course. Slow and steady wins the race. We always want to be cautious with who or what we invest our time, money, energy, effort into. I mean, just as I was mentioning with that Dr. Doom mask, everyone's wearing a mask. Sorry, this is a spoiler, but I hear in this new Avengers movie that he's going to play good with the Avengers and the X-Men, and he's going to pretend like he's the good guy. There's always someone wearing a mask. It's more so offensive to the snake to call someone a snake in tall grass. Because, I mean, even a snake is symbolistic for transformation to some degree, shedding one's skin. Said, I'm pretend I didn't hear that spoiler. Awesome. I spoil things for myself. I go look for spoilers, but any hoosers, yes, we always want to take our time with whom we are investing our time, money, energy, effort into. People will switch up on you. And to some degree, that's okay. You always want to make sure that people mean what they say and do what they say. And I mean, yeah, we want to make sure they are accountable for not doing what they say, or, you know, whatever the case, but that's their lesson to learn. That's their karma to not be punished by, but just to learn the lesson and apply the lesson to the next person. It's like, okay, I'll be more discerning with my trust next person. This is for Pisces. With the Knight of Pentacles, this is definitely the situation for the Pisces for the next week. The situation being the Knight of Pentacles, we are slow and steady wins the race. Maybe you're taking your time getting to know this person. Yeah. Very well could be. However, this is a situation where you don't feel like inviting people over for a housewarming party. You don't feel like putting it out on social media just yet, that you and this person are getting to know each other and or are dating each other, are official, Facebook.com official, let's call it. This could be the 1111 card, 1111, but in this case, I don't feel like that's relevant, because the Four of Wands in the challenge, I read all cards that are pulled in the challenge as reversals. So therefore, maybe you find it challenging to celebrate this relationship, to tell a bunch of people about this person you're getting to know. Which is strange because of one of the cards I see that I'm about to get into, but for now, we have the High Priestess in this person's energy. This is how they are showing up to your reading, to the week ahead in your life. They are showing up as the High Priestess, meaning they are trying to use their intuition. They're trying to just experience this situation with you. They're just trying to feel out the situation. Maybe they're being quiet. I really hope they're not going no contact on you. I don't feel that though. I feel like they're just trying to get to know you, but they too are taking their time, just like you are. This is your energy. You're taking your sweet old time, being cautious as to how much you invest into this person. You know, maybe a few text messages a day. Maybe if you see them every now and then at work, just saying a quick joke here and there, but then going back to your work, going back to your job, and they do the same. Not speaking to them every chance you get. But yes, with the High Priestess, it very well could be that this person is trying to feel out the situation, not wanting to get too much in their ego, trying to humble themselves, you know, stay humbled. It could be this person is also trying to decipher the difference between their ego and their intuition. I'm really hoping this person knows the difference already. The ego is going to be loud. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I'm getting your attention. You know, listen to this joke. You're going to love it. Which screams of insecurity. By the way, the loudest person in the room is not the most confident. I don't know if we have all misconstrued loudness for confidence, but it's a scream for attention. It's a scream for Well, just that. Attention. Which is weird, because we do have the Six of Wands. Yes, a returning card from the Aquarius reading. But y'all, said you're back on here. Have you sent you look time? G7. What? You're back on here. Have sent you look time. What? 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 Please speak English. If you're trying to compliment me, I'll gracefully accept, but much love to you either way, G7. No matter the case, Pisces Collective. Yes, G7, I am totally back. See you in long time, bad spelling. Gotcha. Yeah, I've taken breaks here and there. My most recent break was for a couple weeks. But now I'm back. Hopefully, I'm back for good. You just never know, though. I feel like sometimes I do all this effort and it gets me nowhere, but I know all of you appreciate me for showing up. You know, even on the days that y'all don't show up to my live stream, I show up. Even on the days that I don't want to show up to my live stream, I show up. You know what I'm saying? Be honest, are these spirits or do you think they're demonic entities? Mr. Editovic. Are what spirits? Right now, I literally could rip this card. It's paper. It's plastic. What spirits? I'm getting off track. You're always spot on with your readings. Thank you so much. We all appreciate you. I appreciate that. You're not a medium? No, I'm not a medium. Anyone that claims to be a medium could possibly have, I don't want to say powers, but like gifts, natural gifts that we all have within ourselves. Natural gifts we all have within ourselves. But then we're brainwashed and indoctrinated by our peers, by our parents, by our family members that no, we're not special. You have a lot of patience, LOL. I'll allow that demonic comment just so everyone else can see. Thank you for hating. It's because you do agree. Maybe. Maybe not. Whatever. We do have the Six of Wands, and the similarities are common ground between you both. I take back what I was saying earlier as far as this person not knowing the difference between their ego and their intuition. Because if this person was out here trying to get your attention, I feel like they wouldn't be in High Priestess energy. I feel like this High Priestess is them just feeling the situation out with their intuition, yes. So yes, there could be some sort of like recognition from others, like, oh, we all see and notice that the Pisces and this other person are taking their time, or maybe being shy and just feeling it out, feeling the situation out, you know? Do you feel that? Like they're being shy more so towards you? Like they're talking here and there, but then it's like, hey, I'm going to invest a little bit here and there as well. Don't worry. You don't have to be shy and feel out the situation with me. Yeah, we don't have to announce that we're talking to everyone just yet. But I think everyone sees it. You know what I mean? I think everyone is like, oh, they're going to be a power couple. Eventually. Let's not peer pressure them into being the power couple that we all see that they can be. But we all notice, right? We see the potential. Speaking of potential, we do have the Ace of Swords and the possible outcome and or advice. And when I say possible outcome, it's because we all have free will. Free will is the discernment that we all have about whether we should or we shouldn't. About whether we should comment on a random stranger that we have no clue what their intentions are, why they're doing a tarot reading, what a tarot reading even is, because obviously I fear tarot, therefore I don't understand it, therefore I fear it. And because I fear it, they must fear it as well. It must be demonic. I'm going to get off that. The Ace of Swords being the potential, there could be a new form of communication in the next week that comes through for you and this person. I do feel like the more steady, the more secure you are in yourself, the more this person is going to feel safe to open up and want to experience more with you. There is maybe some truth, maybe some clarity. If you're confused, if this person's confused, maybe it's you that will bring this person clarity, unintentionally. Maybe it's them that will bring you some clarity as to how to start the conversation, or how to, continue conversations, or give you hints here and there about their favorite food, their favorite places to go eat, to go practice their hobbies. Maybe they'll give you hints. This could be the possible outcome where, yes, clarity happens and the sword cuts through any clouds of confusion. If this is the advice with the Ace of Swords, and this person is just trying to feel through the situation, it could be that you're needing to give some clarity, some truth to them. I don't know what kind of truth they're expecting. I mean, because how many of you just go up to your crush and be like, hey, by the way, when I'm slow and steady about giving conversation, it's because I see a future with you. Shocker. Like, how many times does anyone do that? Not very often. You know why? Because it scares people away. So that's not my advice here. My advice here is not to give full clarity to this person. Give a little bit at a time. Cut away the confusion a little bit at a time. You never want to do the push-pull method with this person, or any person for that matter. To the point where it's like, okay, they're intentionally giving a little bit and then pulling away and then not talking to me the next time I see them. They're definitely doing mind games. They're definitely playing a game, and this isn't a game. You don't play with my feelings. You don't play with my emotions, right? I definitely feel like this person is very intuitive. They're very empathic, and you can probably feel that being super empathic yourself. When a Pisces is in the room, make sure, to the cross watchers out there, make sure you are stable yourself, because they're going to feel how secure or insecure, for that matter, you are. Make sure you ground yourself if you're in the same room as a Pisces, because they're going to be able to tell if you're a pushover or if you're not one to mess with, if you have strong boundaries. But I feel like you and this person will get along because of that, because you have both strong boundaries and are intuitive and are empathic. I feel like that's possibly part of the clarity that you are giving yourself, that, hey, this person is probably feeling my emotions as I'm feeling theirs, which is not a bad thing. it can be a good thing that y'all are able to feel out this, you know, situation with each other and, like, you know, read the room, read the social cues. If you say something and this person's like kind of like, you know, looking a little awkward, like you probably shouldn't have said it, and you'll know. You'll know. Same with this person saying something. If they say something and it comes off a little insensitive, it's like, oh, yeah, I probably should have been more self-aware. I should have just read the room. You know, I'm sorry, Mr. or Mrs. Pisces. I didn't mean to come off as insensitive. I said, I don't play games at all. I am honest and direct. Well, yes, that can be a good thing. But also, honest and direct isn't always, in my opinion, the best. You know, you don't want to be so honest to where you're like, hey, cross-watcher, I love ya. I just love ya. Let's move in. Come on. Let's celebrate. Let's have a home welcoming party. We'll invite your family. I'll invite my family. It'll be a real big shindig. How straightforward and direct are you going to be then if this person was to say something like that to you? You know, like, thanks but no thanks. That's probably a little bit too direct. A little bit too straightforward. A little bit too honest. You know, it's all about timing. There's a time and place. There's a time and place for everything. Especially truth. You don't want to just unload all of your traumas from the past onto this person all at once. You know, leave a little bit of mystery. Leave a little bit of mystery. Let this person earn that knowledge of who you are and who you've become. Know your value. Know when to give that value. Know when to give your truth. Because like I said, this person probably isn't going to appreciate if you just unload your whole life story and try to force them to get to know you all in one conversation, you know what I'm saying? Know your value, know your worth. I sometimes, as a Leo, have problems with oversharing, so I definitely know the feeling if that's something y'all struggle with, is oversharing, overgiving, you know, just keeping the conversation going long before or long after, you know, you probably should have ended it. With that being said, y'all, we have one card for the Pisces Collective. We need one card to close out this reading. What do we have for the Pisces Collective to close out this reading? Have you done Leo yet? Kimberly Brown. That is for Wednesdays, actually. Yes, last Wednesday I uploaded the Leo and Virgo Collective reading. Do keep in mind, y'all, if you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, you won't miss out on the live streams, on the readings. Yep, go to my YouTube channel, Free Will Tarot, or Free Will Tarot 2.0, but yeah, the one with the most subscribers without the 2.0 is the one I prefer you subscribe. But yeah, it's already uploaded from Wednesday. What do we have for Pisces? One card to close out the reading. One card. All right, 3 more shuffles. A 1. A 2. A 3. Alrighty, top card is the card we need to see to end out this reading. What is it? Courage. Courage. I don't see the Strength card in the tarot deck on the on this board right here. I don't know how intuitively this could relate. If I give an intuitive guess, I guess maybe you're about to be brave because you fear this person leaving, this person giving you an emotional roller coaster, which I get it. For the Pisces, that can be so addictive. I repeat, for the Pisces collective, I know it can be so addictive to go through that up and down roller coaster of emotions that sometimes people like to give us, you know, to attract us in and keep us hooked on them. But however, this person feels safe. This person feels like they just want to feel out the situation. They want to use their intuition to see if they can trust you with their emotions, with their heart, the same way you want to be able to slowly but surely not only show this person that you're safe and secure and can be trusted with their emotions, but also it's an equal give and take. You know? This person definitely has to earn your trust too. So maybe you both are needing to be brave, needing to have a little bit of courage. Aspen Spirit. Aspen Spirit. Courage. Number 3. Let's read from the guidebook and see what they have. Aspen Spirit. Courage. If the Aspen Spirit card has shown up in your life today, it brings a message of courage, protection, community, and the ability to face and overcome obstacles in life. Know that you are protected and you are safe. You are ready to step forward with courage and grace no matter what seems to be blocking your way. The Aspen's network of roots is a sign that you should be open to support from others. Combine your effort with like-minded individuals. You don't need to do it all alone. This may be a good time to bond with people over a creative project or a community endeavor. In Celtic tradition, the aspen was associated with community, endurance, and protection. The Celts chose the wood of the aspen tree to make their battle shields to protect them from spiritual as well as physical harm. It sheltered the soul from its deepest fears. Aspen was thought to be the teacher of fearlessness and carried a message of strength in facing the unknown. Yes, because while this person is well aware that the high priestess holds secrets and wisdom, that if you want to learn those secrets and gain that wisdom, you have to go through this experience with this person, with the Pisces, with each other. You have to go through the experience to gain the wisdom. And I mean, if this person is going to be brave enough to experience this situation with the Pisces and gain that wisdom, I feel like the Pisces too can do the same. Be brave, Pisces, for the next week at the very least. At the very least, be brave for the next week. Once more, this could be an aha moment, a new form of communication that cuts through any clouds of confusion, brings clarity, a new idea, something to that nature. I wanted to backtrack on the Ace of Swords and the possible outcome. But y'all, do keep in mind you can always rewatch this reading on YouTube. I will be uploading it in the next 4 hours is a good guess. With that being said, I hope to see y'all either tomorrow on Sunday nights for a personal paid reading or yes or no questions. Said needed this. Thank you so much. Thank y'all so much for showing up, for real. I love hearing needed this. You know, stuff like that really makes doing these readings worth putting the effort into it. Have the best night ever. Thank you all so much. For real. Thank you all for all the love and support. With that being said, maybe I'll see you tomorrow for a personal paid reading. Maybe I will see you next Saturday for another Pisces Collective reading. Either way, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Much love, take care, and have a good night, y'all.